Go recording. Good afternoon, everyone. We want to thank our friends from the media who are in attendance. Here's how we'll go about this press conference. Our guests from the Hinahanap Hanap Kita Manila project will introduce themselves and briefly talk about their involvement and what to expect. After that, we will open the floor to your questions. And as I understand, around the time, Direct Juno and the others will make their presentations. We do ask that if you're going to record it, please do not show anything that the directors will be showing. There will be a proper time for that naman. No? We ask for your cooperation. Please do not record the part that they're gonna be showing videos or previewing some songs. But rest assured, there'll be a time for that. No. So thank you so much, and I'm gonna turn it over. Let's start off with Direct Juno. Direct Juno, go.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Juno. I'm one of the directors of this rare chance of doing a tribute for HOTDOG, together with my directors, R.A., Quark, Jason, Alco. Sino pa? Am I missing anybody? Paolo's not here. Yeah, I'm just a cook, and these are the ingredients. It's so nice to have ingredients like this when you put together something like this. I'm not gonna talk too much kasi ang dami natin dito. So I'm gonna pass it on to somebody else. But I'm the one who I'm the negotiator. I talk to everyone for this. There you go.
Thank you, Direct Juno. Direct Alco, kayo na po.
Hi everyone. My name is Alco. I'm one of the directors here, and yun. My participation. We did some videos, and we planned a lot, and it's great to. I don't know. Just this project, the vibe around it. I think one of the best things about it is it was the love of an industry and the fight. People that the entertainment industry is going to fight for what we. Thank you.
All right, Nicole.
Good afternoon to all our friends from the press. Hello, directs, and hello, talents, and hello, friends. It's so nice to see you guys. Thank you for making time for us today. Thank you also to National Parks Development Committee. So my name is Nicole De Santo, and I'm one of the interpreters singing one of the songs in this project. And yeah, I first met National Parks Development Committee in July, and we did a little show. And from that show, we had a little chat with Direct Juno and Direct Alco. And then on one Zoom room, just like this one, the two groups married, and Direct Juno manned the ship, and it all went forward from there. And all these great directors joined the project and these great talents, and it just became what it is today. So thank you. I'm really honored to be a part of this.
Sir Jez, let's start with you from NPDC.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jez Abelar. I am one of the producers. I'm also the Deputy Executive Director of the National Parks Development Committee. So we're really happy to be spearheading this amazing project. No, we're making history together with all of these amazing talents, these directors, and really making beautiful art. And which is why we really want to celebrate through this project is the beauty and art and heritage that we have here in Manila. And it all started off, of course, with as Nicole mentioned, when we did something for Concert at the Park, which is a decades-long tradition that we have at NPDC, along with Paco Park Presents. So it blossomed or snowballed into this amazing project with involving other agencies within the DOT family and also our neighbors. So yeah, we're sorry. Yes, we're very, very excited to make history together with all of you.
All right.
Now,
as we hear from the art, I'd like to request your microphones on mute I-mute lang muna yung microphones until you have a speaking part. So, hindi masyado maingay, no? We'd like to hear from Miss Bea Lorenzo next.
Hi everyone. My name is Bea Lorenzo. I'm an artist and I've been performing in the scene. I started releasing music around 2018, and I'm very happy, very happy to be part of this project. I'm very excited for it to come out. All of the hard work that the directors and the artists and all the people in the production put into the project. I'm very excited to see the output for that. I forgot to introduce myself as the interpreter for the song Langit na Naman, and I'm working with director Jason Tan on the project. It's been such great energy. I feel like it's a great exchange of energy working with everyone here on the team. So that's really all I have to say. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Miss Bea. I would like to hear, that's a perfect segue because we Direct Jason Pan is here. Direct Jason, you want to offer your deal, sir?
Naka-mute ka, Jason.
Sorry. Ayun. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Juno, fellow directors, Bea, and other artists. Yes, as Bea mentioned, I'm working with her for the track Langit na Naman, and we shot in Intramuros, in Fort Santiago, and Boluarte, and we really had fun that day. We shot for 1 day in those areas, and yeah, I think we made something very nice for the project, and Bea did so well in doing the song, remaking the song, and yeah, it resonated in how she acted and performed during the video. So we're very excited. We're very excited to show you what we got very soon.
Thank you, Direct Jason. Let's hear from Miss Cecil.
Hi, I'm Cecil Lorenzano Romero, the Executive Director of National Parks Development Committee. So as what Nicole, Direct Juno, and Jess mentioned already, so that's how we met, how we were able to get this idea for this concert. And at the same time, I think because a lot of the artists has been affected because of the pandemic, this is also one way to actually invigorate to bring back the energy into this live industry scene. And because we're also part of tourism, we also wanted to promote, of course, where we are, which is Manila. So it was very fitting. Everything fit into place. Spearheading it, gathering everyone together. Mounting a concert during a pandemic, it's actually a feat. There were challenges, but at the same time, very fulfilling because everyone has been really pitching in, working together. That Bayanihan spirit that we all know has come into play every time in this concert. Kaya we're very excited to show you what the concert is. On December 13th. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Cecil. We'll hear now from Direct R.A. Rivera. Direct, magandang hapon po.
Hello, good afternoon, guys. I'm R.A. Rivera, one of the directors. Super puyat. Nakikita niyo siguro sa reflection ng salamin ko. Adobe Premiere. Yun lang. Good luck sa ating lahat.
Salamat, Direct R.A. We appreciate it. May puyat, no? And with that, before we'll hear last from Bing Austria, but before that, we'll hear from Direct Quart Quinares. Am I missing anyone out, Direct Juno? Wala naman, no? Wala naman. Direct Quart, kayo na muna, Direct.
Yeah, sure. Hello, I'm Quart Quinares. I directed Beb Butinga with Raymund Marasigan and Yeng Constantino. So super fun shoot. Raymund is probably the musician I've worked with the most in my life, and Yeng is someone I've never worked with in my life. So parang it was a nice middle, and it felt like coming home. No? Just shooting after so long. And especially sa Museo Pambata, which is, one of my favorite spots in the Philippines. Always a really fun place. Parang naglalaro lang kami, Alco dropped by, helped out, and it was just a really fun and playful experience.
Thanks, Direct Quart. Bing, Austria.
Hello, my name is Bing Austria and sa akin pinagkatiwala ni Direct Juno ang Ani Batumbakan, yung opening nung itong project na to, and together with R.A. Rivera, of course. Yun lang.
Yan, salamat. So para sa lahat ng kasama nating media, this is a fantastic concert, online concert event to end the year, and hopefully it will be a nice harbinger. I mean, a good start for 2021. We'll lead off to 2021 after this terrible year. But these highly creative people, as you can see, it's a great mix of recording artists, directors, and of course, our officials putting together this tribute concert to OPM legends HOTDOG and tying it up with Manila, because as we all know, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Direct Juno and our distinguished guests from the NPDC, next year is a historic or momentous year for the city of Manila. Direct Juno, kayo muna, tapos we'll hear from the NPDC people about this event as a whole.
Well, this year, it's also the 200th anniversary of the Paco Park. This is how it all started, even before everyone came in. That's our start of point. And 200 years ago, it was used also as a cemetery, Jess, when there was an epidemic. It was cholera. So yeah, it's really like 200 years they had something like this, and they got out of it alive. And I don't know how they did it, but we're still here. So it was a good start off point from us. And then, I don't know, nagkaduktong-duktong na lang. There's so much to say about this project. I don't know where to start.
As I understand, for the benefit of our friends in the media, you'll get your chance to answer the questions naman. Nagsimula yata to yung sa hotdog, no? Yung baka gusto niyo ikwento yon, yung...
Yes, actually, si Paolo Garcia, he came out with a mixtape or a compilation album. Dennis, his father, passed this year, early this year, and that was, I think, Paolo's tribute or offering or whatever he was feeling at that time, and somebody picked it up, and we had a venue, we needed songs, and I called up Boss Vic, and I said tell him about the project. He liked it. He was very generous enough to lend us the songs. This is a very difficult task to do, but it is there, and we have license to use the songs. And and then I just started calling everyone up, and then everyone just jumped in. And
for the benefit of our friends in the media, Boss Vic is Vic Del Rosario of Viva. Yeah. As I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, Direct Alco, sila po may hawak yata ng rights din sa mga kanta ng HOTDOG, yung OPM legends natin. Sir Jez, Ms. Cecil, talk about kung paano napasok yung mga various parks and incredible places that we have in Manila.
So actually, when we started, Direct Juno mentioned that it's a 200th year also of Paco Park. So we wanted to do something very special for Paco Park. But then afterwards, it snowballed into when we were choosing what to do, it snowballed into a big event already, like when Direct Juno talked to Viva, etc. And then, so we wanted to spread also because of what we did also with Nicole before in Rizal Park, a lot of the other agencies were a bit envious that we were able to do something outside. I mean, not just inside the studio or something, but outside the parks, etc. So they wanted to join in. So we opened it up to other agencies. So that's why we were able to get a lot of locations like National Museum, Museo Pambata, Intramuros, and even, of course, mostly City Hall. Because of the city, Manila City, we were able to get Jones Bridge,
Nice.
and Cartilla. Yes. Jess, you want to add? You're on mute.
Again, prior to the pandemic, we and the agencies that we're working with for this project already had an agreement to promote the tourism of the area, and that's through the Manila Heritage Trail and the Manila Heritage Alliance. So actually, for the first time, all of us agencies are actually, we all get along. We're all aligned in our vision for a cohesive Manila. So this is a product or a great output of that great relationship that national and local government are working hand in hand to to promote the city and to promote culture and arts. So yeah, it really just made sense to us to share this and work together. It was very natural. I mean, of course, City of Manila and our sister agencies in the Department of Tourism, so, and of course National Museum. So and everybody, it was so easy to get everyone on board. I mean, just the concept, the music, everyone got it, and everybody, full support, full support.
Thank you, Sir Jez. Miss Nicole will talk about kung paano nakuha lahat yung mga ating mga artists, this fantastic line of artists that we have, no? And after that, we'll hear from Direct Alco how this great group of exciting directors was also put together. And si Jamie Wilson apologizes that he had to go because his shoot is resuming. Sabi lang niya, break some legs and enjoy. Now, then after that, we'll open up to Q&A. No? Nicole, you want to talk about how this incredible roster of artists was put together? And
Well,
who do we have?
Okay, so I would actually have to ask Direct Juno to join me on answering this question because he was really the one who put the roster of artists together. It was discussed many times over Facebook Messenger chats between me, Direct Juno, and Direct Alco. It was really just a manifestation of Direct Juno's dreams, his dream artists paired with the songs of HOTDOG. So yeah, I guess should I mention who's part of it, what they're singing? Okay, I'll let Direct Juno have the honor of mentioning.
But just like what Jess shared, no, the agencies working together. This is a rare. Actually, I don't think it has been done that six of us are actually working together. When it branched out to more venues or more agencies involved, that's when I thought I should also spread the stress around. Okay, give away the stress to the other directors. Okay, and it when I've seen how we are so different from each other, the music just brought everyone together looking at the same goal. Yun yung nagpadali. We attack things differently. Sobrang magkakaiba kaming lahat. And ito, we came up with Raymund and Yeng for Bebuti nga. It was Raymond my first choice, and then right away, Quark was right sa ulo ko, di ba? Who's gonna direct that? Okay, but then who was the girl? So we had another choice, but that for choice was in out of the country, and then it was from Raymond. Said si Yeng, and then when he said, sabi ko, wow, tama, sobrang tama, sobrang tama. So yeah, so Raymond told Yeng, and then Yeng, siguro blind faith to Raymond, said yes. And then, well, Quark will maybe want to share more about how they felt when they all saw each other for the first time on day one, that day of the shoot. Quark, yours.
Yes, parang well, I think I had met Yeng many times especially when she was starting out. So parang may, magkatrabaho tayo, let's work together. Never happened. So nung nakita kami, parang yes, at long last. And of course, to Yeng, si Raymond kasi is like a mentor. I mean, Raymond is actually the one who told Yeng na I think si Yeng was already on her way to becoming a balladeer and like a pop star, Sarah G school. And then si Raymond was like, no, follow what you want, do what you want, be yourself. And so that led Yeng to being who she was today. So parang it was so nice. And of course, Raymond really helped me in my own career started out doing a lot of sandwich videos, etc. So it was a nice reunion, and of course, I love, Alco is so great, and he dropped by to like give support and like, oh, I shoot mo na rin to. So it was very like, Alco would give ideas, okay, game, and Jello, our cinematographer, would give ideas, and I think wala yung the burden of having to shoot with professional cameras and lights and whatever. So it was literally running around and just shooting whatever we could. And I miss that kind of filmmaking also. So yeah, it was such a bright day in this otherwise dreary year.
Right, right. Okay, before we hear from the others now, just again, we have other people entering from our friends from the media. Just to be very clear for you, the artist that we have for this incredible Hinahanap Hanap Kita Manila, the Manila Heritage Concert event, uh, that is going to be on this coming December 13, 2020 at 8 p.m. No, we'll hear more later on how this event will happen. Pero para klaro lang, ang ating mga artists dito ay Brass Pass 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 with Raymund Marasigan, Dancel, Armi Millare, Yeng Constantino, Blaster Silonga, Nicole Laurel Asensio, Bing Austria, who is present, along with Miss Bea Lorenzo, Rubber Inc., and the ageless Gary Valenciano. Ayan, Direk Alco, baka you can now talk about kung paano na-involved yung ating incredible line of directors na nandito.
Oh, wow. Well, for me, it all starts with Direct Juno and it all starts with the restlessness of the creative when you put him in a box. You put him in a box, he's gonna wanna reinvent the world the minute he gets out. So totally organic. Because Direct Juno's probably the only one I know who's awake at 5 in the morning, and I'm awake at 6. So it's like kwentuhan. He was doing something na balay laom with a lot of musicians from the provinces, and then I was putting up in the process of putting up my own label, which was 7K, and then we started talking music, and we started talking, what do we do when this all ends? And the idea was like, we got to go back to everything that is good and everything that is beautiful. And it was like 2 or 3 kwentuhans ng umaga. And one afternoon, here comes Nicole Sancho prancing in the middle of Luneta, and we're like, oh my God, that's it. Like we messaged her, and we're like, we gotta talk to the people who talk. We had a meeting with Sinajez, and after that, Direct Juno comes back, and it's all these other guys, and it's all these other songs, and it's all these other venues, and I'm like, so it's like, yeah, he really went out and built something. So I mean, the response to him was incredible. I mean, we felt honored to be part of it. We felt that this was something that we wanted to show the artists, the creatives, like, dude, your world is still beautiful. Take a look at it. Parang ganun eh. So that's really the emotion that we wanted. And we wanted, I mean, the emotion there is, okay, walang concert. Wala ring dadating na foreigner. Atin muna to. So parang ganun eh. I mean, that was the vibe that we wanted to attack it with. And it's really fantastic to hear the songs of Hot Dog set against um, the city of Manila, because it makes so much more sense. It hits the spirit right where it's supposed to. Kasi parang, I mean, sometimes with all the globalization of music, we feel, you know, there's no face and taste to music. But like for me, this makes sense in the whole Tory division because they were from Manchester. The same way Hot Dog is Hot Dog because they're from Manila. I mean, it's that kind of a return to form for me, and I'm really thankful to Direct Juno, Direct Jason, Direct Quark, Direct RA. Direct Paolo, everyone just I don't know, man. It's like Direct Juno has the best line for us. Parang these guys all forgot their egos during the pandemic. Parang ganun. Yeah. So yeah. So that's it for me. I mean, it's just beautiful to be part of something like this, and we hope it starts something, even just to give hope, diba? To the industry, to the people who love the city. Yeah.
Salamat, Direct Alco. Direct Juno, very quickly, before you make your quick presentation, because Direct Juno will want to show you something. May paririnig yata siya sa inyo. Pero before that, Direct Juno, sino yung pairing, alam na natin kung sino yung mga katrabaho nila Miss Bea at ni Direct Quark, no? Pero sino yung katrabaho ni Direct RA, yung katrabaho nyo mismo, yung katrabaho ni Direct Alco, yung katrabaho ni Paulo Valenciano, and itong si Jamie Wilson, no? Sige, Direct Juno.
We were wishing for Jones Bridge. Okay, they didn't know this. Okay, it was like a wild dream. Okay, but we when had things rolling already, we asked for the Jones Bridge and they gave it to us. So that's Alco and Nicole singing Panaginip sa Jones Bridge. See, RA and I worked on Paco Park, everything that happened in Paco Park. And we worked on the Planetarium. Kinikilig pa rin ako. We had Ebe, Dancel, and Blaster Silonga in the Planetarium singing the only song that has the right to be sung in that place. Ikaw ang Miss Universe ng buhay ko. Okay? Of course, Quark, Raymund, and Yeng. Sino pa? Jason and Bea. Paolo has Armi and Gary Valenciano doing the iconic Manila, the song Manila. So imagine that pairing. It's like, okay, where did that come from? Then they did it. They're doing Manila, the song Manila. And all of the other songs that we go back to Paco Park, we feature the wonderful Brass Pas Pas. The Brass Pas Pas is the foundation of all the songs that we recorded for this.
Pizza.
Yun.
And
And of course, sorry, Bing. Bing, no? Si Bing is with me and RA. We ganged up on him. We have a good opening for Bing. Bing Austria sets the tone for the whole presentation. You have to see. I don't want to give out what Bing is going to say, but he has. Yeah.
Direct Juno, are you going to show anything before we open the floor na to our friends from media?
Maybe not show anything unless, no, not show anything. Maybe give some a listen to something. Direct, anong pwede natin parinig? Mamili kayong lahat. Which
oh my God.
I'm not gonna play the whole song, but just to give our guests silip sa what's happening.
Panaginip ako. Gusto ko yung panaginip.
Oh no. Nicole's here. She's gonna shrink.
Sorry. Okay, then we go to panaginip. Can I share? How do I do this?
Teka, I will. Sorry, Direk. Ito na. Yan, pwede na kayo mag-share, Direk.
I'm just gonna play part of the song. And tell me if this has just been mastered today. So here you go.
Jai.
Parang pandesal.
Can you hear?
sa aking piling. Hindi ako makapaniwala. Ako'y iyong hinagkan. Kung ikaw ay isang panaginip, ayoko na magising. Kung ikaw ay isang panaginip, ayoko na magising.
There.
Yan. Ewan ko sa inyo ha. Ako pinagpapawisan ako eh.
Nicole!
Galing!
Oo.
Ganda.
Ganda. So isa lang yan.
Grabe.
Sorry, back to some of fire, nahiya ako.
Ito ko na rin to. So muli tayo mga kakagat sa mga kanta ng The Great Hotdog. No?
Was shot in sa Jones Bridge, and if you have seen the posts of Nicole, I mean, she owned that bridge. I mean, it was beautiful.
Okay.
Ganda ng Maynila doon. Sobrang ganda ng
Ina
Maynila.
Jones Bridge, Nicole's Bridge na siya.
Yan!
Inoon ko po lahat ng mga ipis na gumapang sa akin. But, you know, we do what we do for the love of art and the love of music. Kaya, salamat sa mga ipis at I conquered my fear.
Okay. So, I guess we'll open now the floor to questions from our friends from the media, sa mga kaibigan at colleagues ko, no? Kindly introduce yourself and the media outfit that you write for or you report for, and kindly direct the question to the appropriate panelists that we have. So the floor is now open to questions. Who wants to go first? Nahiya pa kayo. I-volunteer ko na lang muna si Mr. Alan Hernandez. Alan Hernandez, by the way, performs with the band The Late Isabel. And he is also with AO Manila. So, Alan, ikaw na muna magsimula kaysa ako yung kinukulit mo sa chat.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. So, yeah, I already sent a question to Rick. So, ang first question ko, who were the musicians who recorded on the album? Sino yung producer, yung engineers, some studio na record, and for how long did all the work take? Because I know studio work right now is really hard.
Yeah, yun yung, actually, kinukulit ko si Direct Juno dyan eh. Sana nga ilabas ng Viva to ng album. Oh, sige.
Yeah, that was the second question. So, will it make it into an album? Because apparently these are new versions of the classics.
Okay, so let's talk about how we captured first the band that played on all the songs and who made the arrangements. It's Brass Pass Pass, and Francis De Vera was the musical director. For music production, it's Malik Lopez, Noel De Bracknier, and Rubber Inc., and myself, finishing everything. Recording it was a challenge. We had two shooting days in Paco Park. Yung unang araw, inulan kami. And we were tracking in Paco Park. We had to try again 6 weeks after. And yes, we did some overdubs in the studio because I had to have a safety net because pagka inulan pa kami sa Paco Park, dun sa second shoot day namin, hindi na tayo aabot dito kung nasan tayo ngayon. It's going to be impossible to not have a safety net for me. Then a lot of post-production was done with Rubber Inc. and myself. We had to do some, the vocalists did their tracking at home. We, of course, everyone adjusted their methods of working for the pandemic. No, you have to remember that all of us in production, the artists, even the directors, had to downscale and to fit into what would normally take a month into a week's time of, kind of work. So lahat talaga bent over twice to their methods of working to come up with something like this. yeah, we like kahapon may nagpadala pa ng isang guitar solo kasi may maling isang nota.
Wow.
Yes, because sa ngayon na pinapakinggan mo ng pinapakinggan, naririnig mo sila. But I told everyone that we are not making an album, we're making a video and it's a live performance. So we have to keep it within that. But it's good enough for release, I'm telling you. But that's a different story. Alan, that's a different story. I'm sure that there will be talks after the show. Boy Season, our MC for the broadcast, in his own words, said that it's going to be morally wrong if this is not released.
Yeah, exactly, because these songs are already alive and heart and soul has already been poured into the song. So it doesn't make sense for it to be, filed in a...
Yeah, in a way, we were forced to work with how HOTDOG did it in the 70s. This is the amount of tracks you have. This is the amount of the time you have. Kasi kung normal to, inuusin na namin sa digital to. As in, kinarni na namin to left and right. But it's like that. It's like working on digital but with a mindset of analog.
Last question, Rick.
Go ahead, please, Alan.
So I'm trying to imagine how the whole concert is going to be presented, because there's a video element, there's a new version of a song element, there's online performances, and you have to stitch this all together into a show that will probably run for an hour or two. So how is this all coming together? Especially and also the parks and the
Gandang tanong yan.
Well, it's all edited in together, we are presenting the songs as singular vehicles. All the songs will be able to stand up on its own. And we're also presenting songs of HOTDOG that are lesser known. We're not doing all hits. We have a couple there that we threw in there na, uy, HOTDOG ba yan? Pati ako nagulat eh. Alam mo yun? So the presentation is there. It can stand like Quark's video for Bebutinga will be able to stand on its own. Mag-isa yun. But we're presenting it all together. There's a story, may kahit paano may kwento rin.
Direct, para lang sa mga kaibigan natin sa media, papalabasin to sa Facebook, tama ba? Sa Facebook at sabay-sabay, alas 8 ng gabi.
Yes, Jess?
Para lang sa benefit ng mga kaibigan natin sa media, saan nila mapapanood mga to?
Okay, so just to reiterate, libre po to. It's a free show sa mga Facebook pages ng mga partner agencies. So, of course, sa National Parks Development Committee Facebook, sa Intramuros Administration, Nayong Pilipina Foundation, National Museum of the Philippines, Museo Pambata, City of Manila, DTCAM, Department of Tourism, Culture and Arts of Manila, and of course, Mayor Isko Moreno's page, and also the Department of Tourism Philippines page. So that's 8 Facebook pages na ipapalabas yung concert simultaneous at 8 p.m.
Sa mga kaibigan natin sa media, padadala ko yan sa inyo, lahat ng impormasyon na yan para hindi kayo malito. No? Maraming salamat po. May iba pang katanungan. Yung boss ko si Sir Edwin nandyan. Sila Sir Aldwin.
Hello, Sir Edwin.
Hi. I'm sorry I can't use my webcam kasi my niece is using it for her online classes. So kaya ganito lang tayo. But I do have a question. How much of the arrangements are faithful to the original recordings of HOTDOG? Did you encourage them to do radical departure or give them liberty to do their own interpretation? As an old school fan, I would probably prefer arrangements that are more faithful to the original recordings.
Can I answer that?
Go.
Yeah, Edwin, you know very well that covering an OPM song, it's a thin line, between making something good and making something really bad. Napakalipis ng guhit na yun. And I could say that we retained the spirit and the arrangements, but the attack is modern. Okay, it's like Bing's version of Ani Batumbakal would sound like if Dennis and Rene recorded it now. Kasi rinig mo yung horn section, rinig mo yung iba na yung tunog ng kompreso ng mga bass. Pero nandun pa rin siya, malapit siya, Edwin.
So they're all fairly recognizable pa rin naman.
Oh, definitely.
Okay,
Definitely.
that's great.
Definitely.
Good to
Like
know.
for example, Bebuti nga would be like, the original would be really like punk, di ba?
Mhm.
Parang Tony Basil yun ng panahon na yun eh. The attack here is more ska and punk. Ska punk naman.
Mm.
Ganon.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, thank you very much.
Yun.
Any more questions from our friends from the media?
Hello, good afternoon, sir. This is Raymund De Santo from ABS-CBN News.
Yes, Rima, go ahead, please.
Sir, I just want to know, ano po yung mga songs na part ng, I mean, yung songs po ba na pinili ay approved ng Garcia family?
Ako, gandang tanong din yan.
Yes, this whole project is, we have the blessing of the Garcia family, and it's our tribute to Rene and Dennis. Yes, actually both the Garcia family and Viva have given their blessing. That's why this thing actually happened. Yeah.
Any more questions from our friends from the media? Habang wala pa siguro sa mga artists na nandito, si Bing, si Miss Bea, at si Nicole. What was it like to sing these songs of HOTDOG? What was it like? What was the feeling interpreting these timeless classics? Simulan muna natin kay Miss Bea.
Hi, hello. My name is Bea. I'm interpreter for Langit na Naman. And it was a lot of fun. I felt like it was a big team challenge to work with the, sorry, there's construction here. But yeah, it was a huge honor for me to perform Langit na Naman by HOTDOG. And what made it very exciting is I had the help of such great musical directors, producers, directors who were very transparent about how they wanted it to be performed as well. Also, like how deliver a certain emotion. And yeah, I felt challenged, especially being one of the newer artists here in this project. So at the same time, I just felt nothing but blessed. I felt blessed to be given that challenge.
Thank you, Bea. Nicole?
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. So I interpreted Panaginip. You guys heard the snippet a while ago. But to be quite honest, when Direct Juno assigned Panaginip to me, I was honored because it's such a beautiful, emotional song. But I was also daunted because it's iconic the way it was sung before, and touching a song like that just gives me a lot of anxiety because you don't want to ruin the song. And then I was doubly nervous because the demo by Brass Paspas was sung by one of their backup singers, Pauline Loron, who I also work with in my recordings, my album recordings, and she's a fantastic singer. So when she sent me the demo, I was like, "Oh, what more can I do? It's already perfect the way it is." And so I sat with it for about 3 days, wondering where to go with it, how to attack it. And I had a bunch of ideas, but at the end of the day, when I got into my little attic where I recorded, I decided to keep it as simple as possible because to me, it wasn't that kind of song that needed fanfare. It's a very straightforward song. I didn't want to do all these birits and culottes where it just, for me, I don't know, that's how I feel about it. It just wasn't needed. So I kept it simple. And then shooting it in Jones Bridge was its own adventure that I'm so grateful for. Correct me if I'm wrong, Direct Juno and Direct Alco, but this is the first time Jones Bridge has been closed for a shoot, right?
Yes, since the American War, I think. Yes, yeah.
So yun, I mean, to have that honor standing there in an empty Jones Bridge with the help of Jamie Wilson, who was flagging down the traffic and making sure we were all safe, was an honor in itself. I you can really feel the energy um on that bridge. It takes over you quite a bit, and I must admit I was haunted by it for a couple days afterwards, not in a creepy way, but in a beautiful way. It was haunting, and we had good weather, we had a nice clear sky, and the whole experience of it is what made it memorable, and might I even say monumental, because that song is beautiful. I just had fun doing it, and it also was a meaningful experience to shoot it in that location. And I thought I might mention also the greatness and innovation of Direk Alco and his co-director Direk Edrex, who isn't here today, because they shot it with cell phones and drones. So it was a pretty cool way, new way to shoot such a classic place. So there, that was my experience with the song. Thank you again. I'm so grateful for this. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Nicole. Bing.
Ayun, nung binanggit sa akin ni Juno, tinawagan ako ni Juno. Siyempre, excited ako, tuwa ako, ganda ng project na to. Pero dahil pandemic pa eh. So parang alam mo yun, natakot ako. Okay ba tayo dyan? Safe ba tayo dito? Mag-shoot tayo live? Tinanong ko, dito lang ba i-record? Paano tayo mag-shoot? Paano yung online? Alam mo yun, di ba yung mga nangyayaring online gigs that time? Kasi as early as April ba yan, Juno? Mga ganon, no? Na napag-usapan yan. And nakakatakot pa lumabas. So sabi ko, Juno, siguro din mo safe tayo. Okay. Di ba? So, yun ang unang iniisip ko eh. Pero, syempre, excited ako. Excited ako kasi ito yung pinakabonggang online concert na gagawin. And this is the first time na mangyayari yung ganitong klaseng, wala, kahit yung mga international na pinapanood ko, walang ganito. Walang ganito. So, sobrang excited ako. Sabi ko kay Juno, oo naman, gusto ko yan. Gagawin ko yan. And also, this is something, aside from nasa pandemic tayo, this is something new na mag-i-interpret ako ng hotdog, and hindi pwedeng hindi practicein ng maayos yung ani batumbakal. So, pinag-aralan ko mabuti. Sobrang pinag-aralan ko mabuti. Lahat kung paano kinanta ng Garcia Brothers yung ginawa yung pinag-aralan ko. And kinakabahan ako actually. Kasi kilala ko si Juno eh. Masigawan ako si Juno. So, ayun. And aside from that, I will open the concert. And ang laking pressure nun sa akin. Ang gagaling ng mga kasama kong mga artists, mga performers. So that's really sobrang laking pressure sa akin. And I want to thank Juno. And first time nga pala kami work together ni RA, and tuwan-tuwa ako kasi matagal ko na rin pinapangarap makatrabaho si RA. Thank you.
All right, thanks Bing. Siguro may mga iba pang katanungan, but before that, let's hear from the director, sayang si Quark had to leave, no? For our directors na nandito, ibang klase yung sinasabi nitong project na to eh. Kasi may part tourism, there's music video, there's a sense of history. How was it for you? I guess it's a different kind of video that you all did, no? Let's start with Direct R.A. Rivera.
Hello. Mabigat na pressure yung task dahil tungkol sa parang tribute kasi ito sa hotdog, and ayoko mag-mess up. Sobrang dahil tribute to sa hotdog and para to sa Manila. So matinding pressure siya. Pero okay naman. Challenge accepted. Pero sana maganda yung sana magustuhan ng mga mamamayan.
I don't doubt that, Direct RA, no? Direct Jason, there's a sense of history. There's some aspect of tourism. Of course, there's music and history all involved here. What was it like for you to do this video, Direct Jason?
Yes. Well, nung una akong tinawagan ni Juno and he explained to me what was at stake, like RA said, nakakatakot siya, nakaka-challenge siya. Kasi I'm a fan of music as well, and of course, HOTDOG. So,
Hello.
medyo talaga, no? Nung malaman mo yung scope, it's very daunting. And you really can't do anything but just take it. And it would be a mistake to deny it, to just back out because natakot ka. So, it was really the challenge of scaling down at this moment, like what Juno said nga. Lalo na, do kami naman, sanay naman kami sa ganito. Even when now I'm working mostly in TV commercials, it was not hard for me to come back and scale down bare bones and just make things work. So may ganun kaming discipline. That's why it was nice. So it was like coming home. Kasi we love music and we can't just let this pass, especially for HOTDOG.
Okay, bro.
Right. Thanks, Direct Jason. We'd like to acknowledge the presence of Miss Isa Garcia, who I understand is the representative from the Garcia family, ma'am. Ma'am, baka gusto nyong para sa mga kaibigan natin sa media na nandito sila, what's it like, this tribute to Sir Dennis and Sir Rene and the band HOTDOG, ma'am? Go ahead po.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for having me. My brother is supposed to be here, Paolo Garcia, but they're based in Santa Rosa and their Wi-Fi connection is down, so I will be with you guys for now. We're very honored that this tribute is happening. I think especially because my father passed away earlier this year, so it really means a lot to us that you guys have come together to put this together. Also for my uncle, Peter Rene, the scope of work that they've done for the country it has been an enormous contribution. We're really grateful. So thank you so much for doing this. Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Isa. Any more questions from our friends from the media before we hear from the others? Miss Maris from GMA Online. Miss Maris? Nandyan pa kayo, Miss Maris?
Yes, sir. I'm just wondering kung what time niyo po pwedeng i-send yung details for the press release.
Oh, I will send it immediately after this virtual press con is over, ma'am.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Do you have any questions for our guests, ma'am?
I'm good na po.
Any more questions, Sir Aldwin? Sir Aldwin, may question po kayo from Soundstrip. Sir Aldwin? Parang wala pa Alan Hernandez has a follow-up question for our friends from NPDC.
Yeah, this is related to Manila's history and the tours. No? Kasi I'm an avid cyclist, si Bing din yan. Dalawang mga addicts sa bike kami. So I frequently do weekend rides to Manila also. I'm a history buff. I love the history of Manila. I'm a member of Manila Nostalgia, so I really love all.
Nice.
So I was wondering if you're organizing cycling tours for us, so we can get the tour and the history all in one.
That's definitely in the works. We are working with BAM Bike Eco Tours, so we have a MOA with them to also go outside of Intramuros. Kasi before Intramuros lang sila, pero we are I guess, curating a tour of Extramuros, which also includes Luneta and even possibly Paco Park in the future. So that there's more cycling tours
Even
that we
the
can
side
offer.
streets of Manila are exciting. Mga Mabini and the Ermita area.
Yes,
You know,
agree.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
that's some.
looking
Yeah, that's
forward to
something
that.
that's something we'd love to do. Definitely when it's
Yeah, but
safer.
safely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir Jess, I will piggyback on the question of Mr. Hernandez. Next year is an anniversary year for the city of Manila, isn't it?
That's correct.
So, for the benefit of our friends in the media, what year would it be? What kind of anniversary is it? And is this Hinahanap Hanap Kita event a precursor of some sorts for anything next year for the city of Manila? Go ahead, sir.
Sure. Well, definitely that's how we wanted to position this event. This is a precursor to the 450th anniversary of the founding of the city of Manila. Now, I'm not allowed to share, I guess, the specific plans of Mayor Isko yet. Of course, I'll leave that to Sir Charlie Dungo of DT Cam. But definitely, it's something that they have, and we have been planning together with them for quite some time. But this is definitely the launching point of that of 450 years, and also next year we're also celebrating the 500 years of the victory at Mactan, or the quincentennial. Other celebrations this year, it's also the 45th anniversary of the National Planetarium, which is one of our venues. Also the 90th anniversary of the Museo Pambata building, so where we also shot Bed Butinga. So lots of celebration, and of course the 200 years of Paco Park, which we mentioned when it was first opened as a cemetery for the 1820 cholera epidemic.
All right, thank you, Sir Jez.
Thank you.
Any more
Thank
questions from our friends from the media? Any more questions?
Hi.
Yes, go ahead,
Hi.
please.
Yes. Kay Miss Isa. Kung pwede po kay Miss Isa. Miss
Yes.
Isa. Yes, Miss
Hello.
Isa, how do you want your dad and your uncle to be remembered?
It's a great question. Thank you. I guess I would like them to be remembered as pioneers of their time, as men who loved music and loved their country and wanted people to dance. I feel like a lot of what they created was they created a sound that got people excited, got people to feel alive again. If you've ever been to a hot dog concert, one of my favorite things, and I'm rather young, so of course when hot dog was in their heyday, I wasn't even born yet. But as a young person who has attended hot dog concerts, the best thing about it is if you go at the end of the concert, all of these older men and women will get up from their seats and they'll dance. And for me, that's like one of the most iconic, beautiful things that my uncle and my father have given us. So yeah.
Miss Isa, curious lang ako, ano yung mga favorite songs mo ng yung dad or your uncle?
Madami, pero siguro dahil medyo biased din ako, my father wrote a bunch of songs for my mom. It's actually their wedding anniversary today, which is nice. Panaginip is one of the songs that my dad wrote for my mom. Also, Dying to Tell You was the song he wrote when he wanted to confess his love for her. So the songs with stories are my favorite because they directly affect me, or it involves me in some way or form. So yeah.
Oh, thank you, Miss Isa. Sakto, kasama sa lineup ang Panaginip.
Salamat din.
Thank you.
Great question, Ms. Rema. Thank you, Miss Isa. And happy anniversary to your mom, ma'am. For Direct Juno, are there any members of HOTDOG involved sa project na to, or mapapasama ba sila in some special screening? Nako.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say hi to Isa. Hi, Isa. It's nice to meet you there. I apologize for not being able to send the link right away. But yeah, I want to thank you and your family. I've worked with Rene more than Dennis. Uh, but I want to tell you that it wasn't really hard for us to pair the songs with the heritage sites because I think it was at that time there was it was just what they had. Wala namang mall yata no dati.
Mm, mm.
Parang and it still resonates, and that's why I actually chose Brass Pass Pass to be the band for all of the songs because it was really easy for them to adapt to it. Francis knows his hot dog songs, and yeah, Paulo was giving us inputs along the way. Um, we don't have anybody from Hot Dog performing with us, but we know right from the very start, and I think my co-directors and everyone here would agree with me, that we felt that we were guided by both Rene and Dennis, and there were times that I actually had to call it out on the microphone when we were shooting to help us. May mga gusto kaming gawin dati sa plano na hindi nangyari just because we felt there was and then it would reveal itself that we had a better option. The better option was the easier option to take. The one that we wanted was the difficult one. So ganun kami minumove. For Ebe was so late in the game. I was so careful who to assign ikaw ang Miss Universe ng buhay ko. Kasi like what Edwin said, like covering an OPM song, it's a thin line na if you do something good or you do something bad, napakanipis na guhit yun. Sobrang, pag nagkamali ka, wala na. Sablay na yung gagawin mo. Ebe came, RA, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 or 4 days before the shoot?
Tama.
Yeah.
Tama.
And production could not move already my shooting day because it's the only day that we had the planetarium available. It was the only day that everyone's schedule was open, and I did not have a talent. And then I was on the phone with Ebe. That's the kind of guidance. I'm telling you, Isa, that's what we felt. It's in, alam mo, mahirap to gawin Okay. Putting everyone together and giving it time. That's why I missed out on sending you the link because my head is so full. So forgive me for that. But mahirap siyang gawin, but we were guided and the difficult task became easy to do and it was very rewarding.
Thank you.
Marinig niyo sa kanta, ang ganda ng mga kanta nila. Go ahead.
Jess?
Yes, I mean, even from our end on the government side, it's with all the limitations of government and the bureaucracy, the the procurement process, I think was it's really an incredible feat for us to produce something like this together because of the limitations of government, but we were able to really overcome it. Big thanks talaga to our sister agency, Tourism Promotions Board, for supporting this to promote domestic tourism, since that is the thrust of the Department of Tourism, is to promote our domestic sites since hindi naman tayo pwede mag-travel sa ngayon. So let's promote our local heritage and local sites. And of course, really to the City of Manila and Juan Care Foundation who supported this project wholeheartedly, even down to the testing of Yorme and Sir Charlie Dungo of DTCAM were really supportive of this and providing us ambulance, providing us logistics and free COVID testing. So I mean that's huge for us. And in like what Miss Cecil said kanina, it's really talagang bayanihan from everyone's end, government and of course major props to our artist and the production team of Direct Juno. Really remarkable planning and execution. It all just came together. Yun. So
Rick, I just want to mention, pag normal na panahon, mahirap na itong gawin. Imagine we did it with a blanket of COVID.
That's right.
Right.
Okay. If there are any more questions, we can probably take one more questions because some of the directors have places to go. We've already lost Direct Quark. And any more questions from our friends from the media? Pero paalala lang po sa inyo, padadala ko po sa inyo ng press release at yung link nitong video na to. Upload ko lang siya para mapanood niyo. Any more questions from our friends from the media? Wala na po. Direct Juno, Direct Alco, closing remarks na lang po. Pati sa mga director at sa mga bisita natin, Miss Isa, closing remarks na lang po para sa mga kaibigan natin sa media about this entire event that is gonna be unveiled to the Philippines and the world this coming December 13 at 8 p.m. across 8 different Facebook pages. Let's start with Direct Alco. Kayo muna. Closing remarks.
Oh, hi. Closing remarks. This has been a wonderful experience. I mean, we all faced a year that we never thought we'd see, that we never want to see again. But if this is what comes out of that year, then so be it. We've had to reassess what being human is, what being a Filipino is, and this is right there. Because, you know, if you look at us versus the world, what do we have? We have a beautiful country, and we have a beautiful city. And to give music back to that city is a dream. Yan lang po.
Thanks, Direct Alco. Direct RA, closing remarks po nila, Direct RA.
Sana maibigan nyo yung gagawin namin and sana mag-live up siya sa expectation ng mga nakabalita na kung ano itong ginagawa namin. Yun lang. Best wishes and good luck to everyone.
Salamat, Direct RA. Direct Jason, kayo po.
Yun din. Sana magustuhan nyo yung ginawa namin. We had fun making them, so I hope you'll also enjoy them as well on December 13th. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Direct Jason. Miss Isa, kayo po, closing remarks po natin para sa mga friends natin from media.
I just wanted to take the time to thank everyone who was a part of this project for just the intention you brought into it, for bringing this to life. Yeah, of course, all of this hits on a very personal note because our father passed away earlier this year. But you know, it was his joy to create art and to share art and to see you guys do this and put this out there and to promote a city that he loved and to promote a country that he loved is a beautiful thing. And I am so grateful to all of you. Thank you very much on behalf of the Garcia family. The fact that you are launching this is also very healing to us because we miss our dad, and it's nice to see his work showcased through amazing artists and directors. So thank you very much. I'm so excited to see it on Sunday.
Thanks, Miss Isa. Bing Austria, closing remarks po.
Kailangang mapanood to ng marami. Kasi lahat ng mga mahuhusay nandito. Ako nga yung pinakabano dito eh. No, pero seriously, kailangang mapanood talaga kasi miss na miss nyo na lumabas eh. Miss na miss ng tao manood ng mga gig. And ito yung time, ito yung pinakamagandang, pinakabonggang online concert. Hindi nyo na kailangan lumabas, ipapasyal namin kayo dito. So, kailangan nyo mapanood to. And pamalita nyo sa lahat ng tao sa buong mundo. Ito ang pinakamagandang, pinakabonggang online concert.
Salamat, Bing Austria. Sir Jazz, kayo po, closing remarks po natin.
Yeah, we really just hope this lifts the spirits of Filipinos here and around the world. It's our treat. It's a treat. It's a joy to share this beautiful music and art with everyone. And as Direct Juno has said before, you know, everybody's heart was in the right place. to make this project happen, and it's really exciting, and we hope you guys are also inspired by what we're sharing on through this project.
Thank you, Sir Jez. Ms. Nicole, kayo po. Then we'll close with Sir Juno.
Thank you everyone for being here today and for taking the time to just revel in this experience. I want to say a special thank you to the Garcia family. Thank you, Isa. Without you guys, this whole project wouldn't exist. And your legacy, your family's legacy, is a blessing to all of us. And thank you for the opportunity to allow us to enjoy the music and the ins and outs of it. Thank you to your family. And thank you to everyone here, Direct Juno, and all the directs and all the talents and National Parks Development Committee for just putting your hearts into this. I don't know if Direct Juno had mentioned this earlier, but there was no corporate sponsorship backing. Everybody who's here today is here because they wanted to be here, and that they put their own style, their own mark into it from their hearts. There was no instruction manual as to what to do, and it all worked out because I believe it was its purpose to work out this way. So thank you. I'm so grateful, and I'm learning from each and every one of you guys because you are an inspiration. And coming from the artist side, thank you, because you also gave us purpose again. Times when we were declared non-essential earlier on in the pandemic, it really rattled a lot of us to the core because we were not sure if what we were doing matters. But because of this project, it kind of gave us a sense of purpose that we do matter, and the Filipino artists are recognized worldwide, and this is a great way to celebrate the power of the Filipino artist in the Filipino artist's home. So thank you so much to everybody who's involved, and yeah, thank you, Lord, for making this all work out. Congratulations, everyone, and break a leg.
All right. Direct Juno, kayo po. Before we end the press conference.
Oh, again, okay, thank you. I just want to share that early on in the project, we already I knew that I wasn't in control of over anything. Everything just fell into place. And then where we ended now, I can see that no single artist or person is bigger than this project. It's like everyone just is as important as everyone, but yung kabuuan sobrang laki. I mean, yes, we have access for the songs. No, we were they were all generous enough to give us license, but license to or permission to use a bridge. I mean, how do you pull that off? You look at the other side of efforts from the team of Sila Jess, like close down the bridge, close down Luneta. I mean, paano nangyayari yun, di ba? So I guess that's just universe happening together. I mean, aligning, and nakaka-pressure na may show tayo sa Sunday. Good luck to all the edits. Guys, I will be seeing your final product on the 10th.
Thank you. We want to thank all our friends from the media, from Philippine Star, The Inquirer, from Soundstrip, from NNE, from GMA7, Rappler, Bandwagon Philippines, at AO Manila. At kung meron pa ako na-miss, pasensya na po. But we want to thank you for attending. Please do not forget to leave your email address in the chat so I can send you all the material, the information, any pictures that I can send you. I will send immediately. Maraming salamat po. To all our guests, I'd like to thank you. Everyone, can everyone come on cam? Picture lang po. Picture lang po. Pati mga kaibigan natin sa media, please come on cam. Para kasama din natin si Miss Isa. Naku, yun yung boss ko, si Aldwin. Nagmamaneho yan. Ingat ka lang, boss, habang nagmamaneho po. Miss Rima, come on camera po. Para makasama po natin. May picture po tayo. Miss Maurice, if you can come on cam. There we go. Miss Annie Ching, come on camera, please. Sir Don, come on camera po. Para...
I can't go on camera. Nag-lock yung wifi ko eh.
Sige lang, walang problema. Hi Don, please send all your email addresses in the chat. Okay? Again,
Thank you.
Picture na po. Picture na po. Smile po. Smile. Yan. Yan. Maraming salamat. Thank you, everyone. I'd like to ask Sir Juno, Sir Alco, and Miss Nicole to stay behind. Thank you, everyone. Please stay safe, and we'll see you on December 13th online. Bye, everyone. Sir Juno, Sir Alco, Miss Nicole, stay, please.
Thank you po, everybody. Yes. Wow. Wow.